single chemical element or compound. However, no, hindi naman required na isang chemical lang siya, hindi naman required na compound lang siya. Pero may mga mixture tayo ng various chemical elements or compound na nagka-qualify also as pure substance as long as yung mixture natin ay homogeneous. Ano po ba pag sinabi nating homogeneous? Having we cannot identify anymore alin yung part na to, alin yung part na to. They are all the same na po. So air, for example, is a mixture of several gases, but it is often considered to be a pure substance. No. So because it has ano ba meron si air? Si air may nitrogen, may carbon, may oxygen, no. So pero siya ay kino-consider natin bilang isang pure substance. However, a mixture of oil and water is not a pure substance. Bakit po? Pag pinaghalo natin si tubig at saka si oil, we could still identify which one is oil and which one is the water. No, hindi pa siya homogeneous. Next po. So, however, since oil is not so soluble in water, it will not collect on top of the water forming, or it will collect on the top of water forming chemically dissimilar regions. So, a mixture of two or more phases of a pure substance is still a pure substance as long as the chemical composition of all phases is the same. So, again, nako-consider lang natin na pure yung substance as long as yung atin pong una yung dapat they are in homogeneous mixture, then yung phases po nung dalawa nating yung phases ng ating mixture na yon ay still in pure substance, no. So a mixture of ice and liquid water, for example, is a pure substance. Bakit? Si ice po ay water, si liquid water po is still water. So they are same in chemical composition, different in phase, but they are still considered as pure substance because both phases have the same chemical composition. May pinagkaiba po ang malamig na tubig sa mainit na tubig. Parehas po silang tubig. May pinagkaiba po ba ang tubig yelo sa tubig? Parehas po silang tubig in chemical composition po. No. So a mixture of ice and liquid water, for example, is a pure substance because both phases have the same chemical composition. A mixture of liquid air and gaseous air, however, is not a pure substance since the composition of liquid air is different from the composition of gaseous air, and thus the mixture is no longer chemically homogeneous. This is due to the different components in air condensing at different temperature at a specific pressure. So itong letter A na to, si diagram A, si vapor at si liquid, no. At saka si air at si liquid, itong si vapor at si liquid, parehas pa rin naman na H2O. But when it comes to air and liquid, magkaiba na sila ng chemical composition. That's why that is already not a homogeneous or not a pure substance mixture. So may iba't iba daw po tayong phases of pure substance. So from everyday experience, we observe that substances can exist in different phases depending po sa temperature at saka sa ating pressure. For example, si mercury nag-exist as liquid. Si nitrogen nag-exist at gas, si copper nag-exist at solid at room temperature. So iba't ibang phases nakadepende sa temperature and pressure. However, under different conditions, the same substances may appear in another phases po. So these show that the phase is not it's not a permanent property of a material. It changes when thermodynamic condition changes. What do we mean by that? When we change the temperature, we change the pressure, the phases of that substances or the phases of certain substances changes as well. So a phase can be defined as a form of matter that has the following po. Una, a distinct molecular arrangement. So, a distinct molecular arrangement, for example, pag liquid, medyo far from each other yung molecular arrangement natin. Pag solid, they are very close to each other or compact to each other. At kapag naman po gases, they are very far from each other. We have uniform chemical composition. Again, pag sinabi natin pure substance, they are having the same chemical composition or mixture. Then clear boundary that separates it from other phases po. A common example is iced water, where liquid water and solid ice coexist as two separate phases of the same pure substance. For example, Mavis bought yellow. Have you tried buying yellow, Mavis, in the Philippines?
No, sir.
I'm sorry, I am unable to hear once again. Have you tried to buy yellow on the store or on the sari-sari store?
No, sir.
Not yet. So you must try because here in the Philippines, we have two types of yellow. If it is not yet iced or not yet solid, that is what we call ice water. If it is partly solid, that is what we call yellow but not buo. Ayan. Not whole. Bibili ka ng yellow kaso hindi po buo. Okay na yan, pantubig lang. So, and the third one is the yellow that is buo, the hardened water. So, same, they are all the same. They are all the same ice water, but we have different phases. The first one is the liquid phase. The second one is the combination of liquid and ice or solid phase. And the third one is the solid phase. So ice tubig, hindi pa buo na yellow at yung tinatawag nating yellow. But don't be confused. Yellow is not a color. Yellow is the ice. Just to share for Madis. No? So that is also what we call as pure substance in different phases. So a common example is iced water. So here, ito na pala yun, no? Yung ating iced water. So we also have phases within principal phases. So, phases within principal phases, while we often refer to three principal phases, the solid, liquid, and gas, it is important to note that a substance can have multiple phases within a single principal phase, depending on molecular arrangement, of course. For example, si carbon exists as graphite or diamond in solid phase, but also carbon exists as gas, no? So, pwede siya mag-exist as gas, pwede rin siya mag-exist as solid. Also, helium has two distinct liquid phases. Iron can exist three different solid phases depending on temperature, and ice under high pressure can form up to seven different crystalline phases. So, this is an example of highlight the phase that is not simply about being solid, liquid, or gas, but about how molecules are arranged with those states. So, this is the molecular arrangement of a common solid phase. So, molecular basis to better understand, let us consider the molecular interaction. So, when it comes to solids, when we say solid, molecules are packed very close together in three-dimensional lattice structure that repeats throughout material. Strong intermolecular bonds hold them in place. Molecules cannot move relatively to each other but can vibrate about fixed equilibrium position. And in metals like copper or in the crystalline ice, the lattice arrangement makes the structure rigid. So this is our solid molecular phase uh, positions. No? So ito po yung ating itsura ng molecules ng isang solid. While when we say it is a liquid, molecules are still close together but not in fixed position, unlike with our solid, no? Kaya kapag dating sa solid, nagkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag nating crystalline uh, arrangement. While in liquids, wala tayong ganon kasi they are not fixed in position. So they can move relative to each other, giving liquids the ability to flow while retaining a definite volume. So they can move relative to each other, giving liquids parang alam niyo po, do you know the positive negative magnets? They are repelling each other. They have what we call as our magnetic field that is somehow the same with our liquid molecules. They feel like they have that mm, uh, field. No, they can move freely or they can move in any ways, but they are retaining a definite space between each other. No, intermolecular forces are weaker compared to solid, is still stronger than gases. And for example, mercury at room temperature flows, but does expand to fill its container. Does not expand to fill its container. Next one is our gases. So molecules are far apart, moving randomly and freely. Intermolecular forces are extremely weak. Gases have neither fixed volume nor a fixed shape, expand to fill the entire container. Then, for example, nitrogen gas po natin, in air, occupies whatever space is available. Unlike liquids, liquids just follow the container but not occupy the whole area or volume or space available, while when we say gases, it occupies all the available spaces. For example, um, Dodge. Si Dodge, just an example, si Dodge ay umutot sa classroom. Dodge farted in the classroom. When Dodge, dahil yung utot ni Dodge ay an example of gas po, no, ang gagawin ng utot ni Dodge ay hanggat may nakikita siyang space, ay i-occupy niya. Kaya kung umutot si Dodge sa likod ng classroom, maamoy yun ni Darlene sa unahan ng classroom. Kasi ang goal lagi ng gases natin is to occupy all the available spaces. No? So that is an example of the how molecules of our that is how molecules of our gases works po or moves. They moves in mysterious way. Hoy, haba pa pala ito. Bakit kasi yung schedule ng ano no, isang oras lang? Dapat hinati ng tig 1.5 din para hindi nabibitin. Uy, mahirap mabitin, masakit sa puso. Okay, let's have our intermolecular forces. Buti pa sa San Jose walang klase ata ang mga bata. Digaan. Nandito kasi Duanog. Tulog pa ata si Dwayne. Walang pasok sa San Jose. So intermolecular forces naman po tayo. In solid, the attractive force dominate due to small intermolecular distance. These strong forces give solids rigidity. So as distance decreases to extremely small values, the attractive forces turn into repulsive forces, preventing molecules from collapsing into each other. In liquids, intermolecular bonds are weaker, allowing relative motion but maintaining cohesion. In gases, molecules are so far apart that intermolecular forces are negligible naman po. So this balance between attractive and repulsive forces determines the behavior of matter in different phases and governs the transformation between them. So, molecular motion and temperature naman po. So, in solids, greater oscillations or pag-ikot about a fixed equilibrium position. In solids naman po, faster translational and rotational motion or yung kanila pong movement from one point to another, nag-slide sila sa isa't isa. They are sliding with each other. And in gases, higher velocity when they are freely moving molecules leading to more frequent and energetic collision. So when there is a lot of velocity or a lot of spaces to move, they could create a lot of velocity, and having a lot of velocity is equivalent to having greater kinetic energy. And having greater kinetic energy is providing higher energy, of course, because it's an energy. At sufficient high temperature, the velocity of molecules increases to the point where they can partially overcome the strong intermolecular forces. When this happens, groups of molecules begin to break away from their fixed lattice position, marking the onset of the melting process. So let's have the melting and the molecular spacing po. So sa melting naman po, nangyayari lang siya from solid to liquid po. In the solid phase, molecules are tightly bound in a crystalline lattice held together by strong attractive force. When we say crystalline lattice, if you could remember this drawing po, so this is the crystalline lattice, no? So they are forming a fixed position uh, within that matter po, no? So, ang sabi dito, by strong attractive forces. As temperature rises, the melting begins. The molecular structure becomes less rigid. So, if earlier our structure is that fixed, so when we increase the temperature slowly, the bond within each molecules are slowly um, declining. No, so although they remain relatively close in the liquid phase, the molecular spacing is only slightly greater than in solid phase, but the key difference is the mobility. So molecules are no longer fixed, allowing rotation, vibration, and translation. So water, as an exception, unlike most substances that expands when melting, water experiences a decrease in volume upon melting. This is why ice or the solid water floats in liquid water. It is less dense. Kaya po, that is why the iceberg or the ice in the north part of the world, so or the northern hemisphere and on the southern hemisphere, both on the edge or having not enough sun, creating more ice. That's why the ice there is floating, no? Because the ice is less dense, and it's also uh, due to its molecular structure. So, behavior at space naman po, molecules are widely spaced apart from compared to liquids and solid. There is no molecules or molecular order, molecules move randomly at high speed. That's why yung utot ni Dodge, no, kung saan na nakapunta. Naamoy na ni Darlene, naamoy na ni Jason, naamoy na ni Mabis. Because gases are widely spaced apart compared to liquids and solid, and they have no molecular order. The interaction between molecules are minimal, particularly at low densities where collisions with one another and with container walls are dominant interactions. Molecules and gases exist at a much higher energy level than in solids or liquids because of its higher energy. So, because of this high energy, a gas must release significant amount of energy before it can condense back to liquid, freeze into a solid. So, this explains why condensation and freezing are highly energy-releasing process, critical in refrigeration and power generation. And that is for our pure substance. So, let's now proceed po with our second law of thermodynamics. So for the second law, principle po or second law of thermodynamics, ano nga po ba ulit ang zeroth law muna natin? So zeroth law states that, anyone? Ano po muna ang zeroth law? Who remember zeroth law? Should I call? So zeroth law of thermodynamics, if you could remember, if temperature A is equal to temperature B and temperature B is equal to temperature C, therefore temperature A is equal to temperature C. Or simply, it states that if two systems are each in thermal equilibrium with the third system, they are also in thermal equilibrium with each other. How about the first law of thermodynamics? How about the first law? Nasa exam natin yan eh. Oh, let's go, Dodge. Ako mo to. Oh, go ahead, Dodge. Very good. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but can only be transformed from one form into another. Good job, Dodge. Next, and after our zeroth, first we now have our second law principle. The second law states that when energy changes from one form to another or matter moves freely, entropy or the disorderliness in a closed system increases. So when we change our phases, so pag tayo po ay nagbago ng phase, no, our entropy or the randomness of the system increases. So difference in temperature and density tend to even out after a while due to the force of gravity. Density and pressure do not even out vertically. Density and pressure on the bottom will be more than the top. So when we say entropy, entropy is a measure of spread of matter and energy to everywhere they have access. For example, guys, describing entropy. This is the molecular structure or how the molecular arrangement of a solid matter. So, for example, the solid matter is uh, ice, yellow. So, this is ice. Okay? So, this ice will be melted. So, we change the phase. As this melt, this is now the arrangement. Do you see the difference between the two? Do you see how random the arrangement of the liquid compared to our solid? Yeah, that is what entropy means or the second law means. As we change our phase from a phase to another one, the entropy increases or the randomness of that arrangement is increasing or simply the entropy is increasing. The most common wording for the second law of thermodynamics is essentially the Rudolf-Clausius statement. So remembering Rudolf-Clausius statement states that it is impossible to construct a device that produces no other effect than transfer of heat from lower temperature body to higher temperature body. So, Rudolf Clausius statement, lagi daw po ang transfer ng heat natin ay from hotter body to colder one. In other words, everything tries to maintain the same temperature over time. There are many statements of the second law which use different terms but all means the same thing. Another statement by Clausius, heat cannot of itself pass from colder to a hotter body. So, hindi kaya na mag-travel yung atin pong heat from colder to hotter. It is always hotter going to colder bodies. So, an equivalent statement by Lord Kelvin, a transformation whose only final result is to convert heat extracted from a source, constant temperature into work, is impossible. The second law only applies to large system. The second law is about likely the behavior of a system where no energy or matter gets in or out. The bigger system is more likely the second law will be true. So in general po, second law says that temperature difference between system in contact with each other tend to even out and work can be obtained from these non-equilibrium differences. But that loss of of thermal energy occurs when work is done, entropy increases. Pressure, density, and temperature differences in an isolated system tend to equalize if given the opportunity. Density and pressure, but not temperature, are affected by gravity. Heat engine is a mechanical device that provide a useful work from the difference in all temperature of two bodies. So this is an example of a cycle for a heat engine po. No, heat is released and heat is also accepted. So for reversibility and irreversibility, we have already discussed this on our processes of ideal gas. No. And on our next meeting po, we will now be starting on Friday po, we will be having our cycles of pure energy. So mag-start tayo kay Carnot cycle, then we will be proceeding with our answer kay Carnot. Yan, meron namang sample problem. Rankine, Carnot and Rankine. Siguro hanggang Rankine lang yung kaya natin. Dahil 2 hours yun po, no? 2 hours on Friday. So, 1 hour today, 2 hours on Friday. Okay. So, we will be having our cycle, Carnot and Rankine. Carnot and Rankine ba? Or mag gas and vapor muna tayo. Sige. Carnot and Rankine. Yun naman po ay hapyaw lang naman po sa inyo, kaya wag mag-alala. Pero meron pa rin po tayong problem solving under these cycles po. No? So, I think we could call it a day. So, do you have any question for our pure substance and the second law?
Wala po.
Talaga ba? Talaga. Alright. So, kung wala po, everyone, I think you could continue your sleep. No? Ay, may sunod pala kayong klase, kaya hanggang 8:30 lang tayo. 7:30 to 8:30. So, if there is no question at all, everyone, thank you so